Well, David, just how good to get out of here with a win.
Yeah. Look, good team win. Starts with no turnovers, right? That was a huge thing for us up front. Um, you know, thought we battled hard. Did some good things. Did some things we can clean up. Obviously, weather game. So, taking care of the football was a big emphasis, and thought we did a really good job of that today.
David, what did you see from the running game? Seems like you guys were able to get it going a little bit today.
Yeah, look, it was just one of those messy games, right? Rain and wind. Um, we did some things well. Thought we handled some of the line movement well. That was a big emphasis this week. We tried to push on that, and thought we did a really good job of that. Some things always can clean up, right? And do that tomorrow morning.
Dave, what overall have been your impressions of Ezekiel Elliott since joining the team, and just as a veteran guy, what he's brought and what you've seen?
Yeah, look, I think he's done a great job for us. Obviously, and we got two really good backs, and we got to hold up our end of the bargain up front for them. And get them into the secondary, and that's the big thing. Get them untouched and let them go to work.
David, you had talked about that earlier in the week about just getting that running game going. How good did that feel to just kind of establish it and go?
Good. I think there's, like I said, there's a lot we can clean up, a lot we can do better. I thought we made some strides in that. Understanding movement, understanding how we have to play, things like that, and hopefully moving to more of a consistent group out there, and things like that.
David, when you talk about cleaning things up, where does sort of putting the dagger down on the opponent when you have a chance to end the game, where does that sort of rank in your?
I think that's huge, and I think 3rd and 3 right there, kind of in the game. The first one would have really had a good opportunity to try to end the game earlier in the drive. Right, we had two kind of 4-minute drives per se, and would like to try to end it right there, and just got to do a better job. And then same on the last one, same thing. Get down to, good run on first down. I think we got to like 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, something like that. And then, 3rd and 2, and then it's just kind of, fizzles out. So just got to do a better job of finishing. I think putting the end of the game, capping it off like that would be, really big. And, we'll keep working at it and keep moving forward.
That being said, how big or how important was it for you guys to come away with a result after the way the first 2 weeks of the season unfolded?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, a lot of things we tried to improve on, handling movement, taking care of the ball, doing a better job up front. I can't sit here and say it was perfect or great. I'll go back and look at the film, but I don't think we gave up any sacks, and I'll have to see what did we run the ball for today,
It was over, 140-ish.
All right. Well, hopefully it's 4 a carry. I think that's kind of a line of efficient running. So, I think those are two just stats to say as an offensive lineman you kind of look at, and you'll take it from there and keep moving it forward.
David, what did an early lead do for you, at least in the huddle or on the sideline, as opposed to playing from behind like you had the last 2 games?
Yeah, definitely huge. Big play from McIntyre right there to get us up big, and just got to do a better job finishing some drives, and then coming out early in the second half, kind of some crappy drives going right there. So clean that up and see where it is next week.
157.
Just for the record, Mike Reese was wrong once.
Is that the first time you ever been wrong, Mike?
Today? Come on. 157, 3.9. Well done.
David, you talk about guys stepping up. About the job that Darian Lowe did.
Yeah.
And play.
I think he's done a good job for us, getting traded and started working some guard, and then left tackle last week, now right tackle this week. So a lot of respect for what he's come in, his work ethic. He's had a great opportunity, and I think he's doing a really good job for us, helping us out at both positions. That's something I've never done in my career, so I have a lot of respect for guys that can do that, because I think that's pretty hard.
David, you told us time and again anything can kind of happen in the NFL as they're setting up for that Hail Mary, and the ball goes in the air.
Yeah.
What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
You're always kind of holding your breath, right? It's crazy plays, crazy things happen in this league, and just you never know what's going to happen, right? And he launched it and went down there pretty deep. So.
What was your reaction when you seeing Judon get that safety for you guys in the end zone?
Yeah, it was huge. He's a great player for us. He makes great plays. not sure exactly how it happened. We taking care of things on our end, and you don't really get to watch the game, or so you kind of reacting more to things that happen than seeing them.
Thank you.
All good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Just how good was it to get out of here with a win?
It's always good when you come away, with a win, especially against the Jets. I'm from Jersey, so that felt good playing back home as well.
Jabril, on the safety by Judon, the coverage in the back end looked like you guys disguised it. What did you see on that play?
We just take their threats away, show them something pre-snap, then play something different post-snap, and make them read it out. We know we got guys up front who get to the quarterback. We like those guys a lot. Against pretty much anybody. It's just our job to, hold it down in the back end so they can do what they do up front.
Bro, we saw you miss a couple plays. Grimace here, walking up the steps. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. It's football. Be all right.
What's bothering you?
I'll be all right.
Okay.
Jabril, how much of a battle was that for you guys all day long? What were you saying to each other as the game progressed there?
It's the Jets, since I've been here, every time we played them, it come down to the wire every game. Last year, the first game came down to an onside kick. Second game, Marcus took one to the house. This one, we were doing our thing, gave up some plays late, and it came down to a Hail Mary. So, we know what kind of game it's going to be, especially against the Jets. Divisional game, they know us, we know them, physical matchup. We did enough to win tonight.
Your versatility in the back end, how important is that for you with all the Joneses being down? One on IR, two on IR, one inactive, but you see Gonzalez play a little safety in some of the rotation. Wade, all you guys can play safety or corner. How important is that?
You have to be multifaceted, back there, especially in this system. We have a lot of guys who can play different positions, different spots, and play them well. High IQ guys. It's just about communication, playing your technique, being sound on your fundamentals, and make them beat you, don't beat ourselves.
Did you find the weather a factor today, Jabril? Was the field particularly slippery? We saw the paint kind of coming up, and did you find it a factor today?
Whatever it is out there. We practice in it, we're going to play in it. So we thought it was going to be worse weather than it was. We were hoping that it was worse weather than it was, but, it is what it is.
How was the field?
Felt good. I didn't know they changed the turf out, so, I like it. I like it a lot.
What did you see from Zach Wilson today compared to previous?
We just wanted to make it hard on him. Make him, if he's going to beat us, make him beat us by, reading our defense, making the right throws, tight windows in bad weather, tight coverage, good rush up front. Just make it hard on him. But, we know if we came in here and played our game, be fundamentally sound, communicate on the back end, no mental errors, no missed assignments, no missed tackles, we know we'd be all right.
Jabril, you guys were 0-2, and it was getting a little negative. What does this mean? What did it mean to really the locker room?
To a man, we knew what we had to do. Every game we've been in, I felt like, we should have won. We didn't make the plays late, bad situational awareness, turnovers. And, we have a lot of veteran guys on this team, and we know what we had to do to get it done. It's just about execution, you know what I mean? Practice repetition is game day reality. So, we knew what started in practice had to be better than we were. And, it wasn't a pretty win, but, wins are hard to come by in this league, so we're going to take them all.
Did you guys play desperate today?
And no such thing as that. We come out here, play our game, fundamentally sound, no turnovers, make them beat us. We knew we'd be all right.
Really, the offense had a chance to put the game away a couple times there, but then you guys come through with a few stops at the end of the game. Judon gets the sack in the end zone. I mean, how much pride do you guys take in being able to close it out?
We take phenomenal pride in that. We know what type of defense we could be. We know we let some slip away, but we came out here, put it on us. We don't care. Whenever we got to go out there, we're gonna go out there and execute. That's our mindset.
Really, I know you haven't been teammates with him for a while, but Farrell, big play here today.
Yeah, for sure.
Fullback.
Yep.
Just describe him as a
Man,
player.
he played his ass off. He's been a workhorse since he's got here. We're familiar with this game. Great addition for us. Blocking in the running game, not only at tight end but at fullback, and he got a little speed to him as he showcased today. So, that was definitely a great acquisition.
When you say a workhorse, like how does he separate himself in a locker
But you could just tell in practice, I pay attention to guys' practice habits, how hard they work, what are they working on, their fundamentals, things like that. And since he's came in, he's adapted very well. We practice a lot different than a lot of other places. And, he came in and it was like he was with us during camp, so he did his thing today. He helped his team win. So definitely a great acquisition.
Similar question with Zeke, a guy who I know you're familiar with. Just from what has he brought?
His reputation speaks for itself. When you're out of football so long, it take a little bit to get your legs under you, find your rhythm back, and I think he's finding his rhythm now. He's running hard, protecting the ball better, and it's Zeke. So we got, in my opinion, we got two of the best in the league back there. So, we're gonna keep feeding them, got to keep getting better in all areas, and we're gonna hold those guys down on defense.
You really look at big players making big-time plays with Judon safety. What did you see on that?
That's what he do, man. Red sleeve, that's what he does. So, every week we expect him to play big, and, every week he does. So that's just who he is.
2 final questions.
What did you learn about your defense today?
We already knew. It was just about playing to it. That's all. We know we left some plays out there. We know we could have executed better, and today we wanted to come out there, execute down in and down out, from a man to a man, do your job, trust the guy next to you, and if all 11 do their job, the job will get done.
You get the win under your belt now. What's the attitude like this week and then heading to another big one next week?
Same as every week. Winning is everything. We got to do more. We got to be better out there. Still plays we wish we'd have had back on both sides of the ball, but it's always nice when you can correct the things after a win. Rest up, have a good week of practice this week, and be ready for next week.
Yeah, it was a good, good win for us today down here. It's always tough. Jets are, a tough team. Do a good job. Defense is really, really good, and had a good running game. I thought we played a pretty good run defense against them, and we're able to run the ball better than we have in the first couple of weeks. In the end, some key plays in the fourth quarter that. Fortunately, we were able to make a couple more than they were. But it's kind of been like this 3 weeks in a row for us. So good to come out on the good end of it.
Bill, how much is this a continued learning process for your group and for your team as you get better and better each week?
Yeah, well, yeah. Hopefully, we're started to have a little continuity here on the offensive line. So that was good. I think that definitely helped the running game. Coach O'Brien did a good job mixing the, play actions in there. He had a big pass on that. I think probably the running game helped that a little bit. So, the more we can, keep these guys working together and improve our timing and execution, the better off we're going to be. No turnovers, that's a good place to start.
What have you seen from Farrell Brown, and how nice was it, as you mentioned, to make that play?
Yeah, Farrell's done a good job. He came in here, the first week and. Played in the opener and has played every week. And, it's good to have a guy that can do what he does. He's got some size, he can block, catch the ball a little bit. It's a good compliment to Mike and Hunter.
Coach, Chad Riley had some big kicks today. Just got to talk about the day he had.
Sorry?
Chad Riley, the day he had today.
Yeah. It's a tough day to kick. A bunch of long ones. The weather wasn't great. I thought he hit the ball pretty well. Timing on a couple of them could have been better. We need to have a little cleaner operation. But I thought he showed a lot of mental toughness coming back and making that kick in the third quarter. After the one at the half, that was just it just wasn't a great operation. But yeah, he did a good job for us. And same thing with Bryce. He had a couple of good punts there at the end, situational punts that were what we needed, and so yeah, those guys, been a couple of bad weather games already in September, which is not usually the case, but that's what it is, and that's what we're gonna have to play in. So, some good learning experiences for both of them.
I know you touched on it, no turnovers, but how important was that today?
It's always important. Yeah, that's most important thing's points. Next most important thing's turnovers. So. There's certainly a correlation there. So, yeah, if we take better care of the ball, then that gives us a lot better chance to win.
Talk about Zeke. You feel him getting a little bit more comfortable and confident as now he's in week 3 with you guys and progressing?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Zeke's done a good job for us, and I think we're getting a little bit of feel for some other things, with him and vice versa. I thought he had a couple, real good runs today. We'll look at the film and look a little more carefully, but I thought he did a nice job of, got his pads down, got some tough yards, and. His vision was good, on a couple of cutback plays. So, that was good.
Bill, 157 yards on the ground. Vidarian Lowe steps in at left tackle. It's been a process for you guys at right tackle, excuse me. Just what's that been like watching the offensive line? And David Andrews said earlier in the week, hey, we got to have that mentality to run the football against this team.
Yeah, it was a really big challenge against the Jets front, and they play a lot of people up there, and they got a lot of good ones. Obviously, Williams and Woods inside, and those guys are good, and the ends. They just have a good group. 9 guys that roll them all through. But a lot of it's just staying on the blocks, finishing blocks, good running. Just good execution, grind it out. It's hard to rip off a bunch of 20-yard runs against these guys. Like, they just don't give those up, and they support quickly. Carter and Amos, support the run quickly. So the receivers are really challenged to block them. Although I thought it was competitive, but yeah, that I think that kind of helped us slow the pass rush down a little bit and keep the quarterback from getting hit. Again, there were some plays where he gave up pressure, but overall I thought it was a decent day on pass protection. So we just got to convert and get more points than we got. 15 is not going to. Generally, you're going to need more than that. But just good enough today. So it's a great job defensively, especially in the first half. those guys really played well and responded.
What did you see from Zach Wilson?
Final question for Coach.
What did you see from Zach Wilson today?
Yeah, he really got out of the pocket there a couple times in the third and fourth quarter, and hurt us really athletic. Thought he hung in there, and I mean, it was one of those kind of games, back and forth game. They had the ball, at the end of the game with a chance thrown in the end zone. I mean, there's a lot of that in the National Football League these days. So, glad to get out of here with a win.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Matthew said all you cared about was a win. How good did it feel to get that under your belt and come out of here with a W?
It felt good to get a win. Oh, there's an echo in this thing? Oh, okay. It felt good to get a win and just come out ahead on the scoreboard for real, man. It's a long camp, it's a long season, but your first one, you kind of got to get that under your belt and then go from there.
What do you think it does for the locker room, just to get in the win column?
I don't think it really does nothing for the locker room. I think we just got to keep going and keep building on it, keep grinding. We can't be like we made it. It's only one win, so we really haven't done nothing yet. We got to come back and continue to prepare and work hard. Like we still ain't got no wins.
The ability to make big plays. Take us through that safety and how good did that feel for you and the defense at that point?
We was kind of bottling Zach up the whole game. He kind of got out the pocket a couple times, but just the drive before, they kind of got some momentum and started moving the ball. Kind of got them life, but just with that, it kind of shut them down, and we kind of needed that, like 3-4 straight drives at the end of the game, and so we really needed that, and it was just good to get that and get some points for myself.
Matthew, the Jets, you guys were shutting them down all day, obviously. They finally had that one drive in the fourth quarter. What did they do maybe in that drive, and what did you guys do after that?
They just got a couple fourth downs. They just elected to go for it. We gotta bow up and stop them right there, turn over them downs, get them off the field, get the ball back to our offense. But they was just kind of bleeding it. First down, second down, third down, first down, second down, third down. It really wasn't like big plays or nothing. They just kept moving the ball, and they kind of went a little bit no huddle, a little tempo.
The offense had a couple chances to end the game there, but how much do you guys relish, being able to shut the door a couple times yourself?
You know what? When we go out there and practice, we don't really care about what the offense do, and that's what we proved today. Like the offense is gonna be the offense. They're gonna make big plays. They're gonna make explosive plays. But when it's our time, we got to answer the call. We got to answer the bell, and that's what we want to do. We want to end the game in our hand. We don't want it to be in a thrilling fashion, but if that's the case, Hail Mary, we go out there and stop it.
What were your thoughts on Anthony Jennings? His contributions?
For Ant to go out there and play with as much moxie, swag, and composure, and get some big TFLs like to start the game. It wasn't like he watched us do it. He took the onus on himself, and he came out there. He prepared. We seen the plays that we wanted to run. We called some plays to get him moving, and we know how he can set the edge and how physical he is in the run game. And he went out there and did that, and I'm just proud of him. I'm happy that he's doing it, and I think he can do it on a consistent basis, and that's what we need for our defense.
Thank you, Matthew.
You're old.
Bentley is next.
Whoa.
Jones is waiting. Well, Juwan, how good did it feel to kind of hang in there and battle and come out of here with a W?
Feels great, obviously, to get your first win. In the NFL, nothing comes easy. So to get the first one kind of out the way, we're eager for the next one. So it feels great, to answer your question.
How much of a grind was it for you guys?
Well, we put a lot of time into this. Each and every week, we work extremely hard. taking it one day at a time. So when we go out there and we kind of reap the benefits of all the work that we put in, it's always great to see. It's a great feeling. So we just look to kind of stack up some wins along the way. Excuse me. But it feels great, obviously, to get a win. But man, we hungry for so much more.
Juwan, you said this week that you got off to a hell of a start on Wednesday. Could you see this performance coming through the week?
Obviously, we work hard every single week, but it's always when Sunday, obviously, when it counts. So when you see it happening and you see the different situations that we talk about in practice kind of come up in the game, it's always great to see us answer the bell. Because at the end of the day, no matter how hard you work throughout the week, when the moment presents itself, you still got to make the plays. So seeing us do that today was definitely great for us.
What did you see that allowed your run defense to be so good today?
Well, everybody just did their job. That's what we said going into the week. Everybody just played assignment football. Everybody just kind of did what they had to do to the best of their ability, and that's what happens when we do that. Obviously, shout out to the Jets. They made some plays along the way, but we was able to answer the bell when it counted. So we got to kind of go off of that and kind of make plays as we go along.
Sorry about that. False start.
Over here.
Yeah.
You mentioned, you guys just did your job. The Jets defensive coordinator made some comments about the do your job sort of motto during Hard Knocks. Is that something that you were aware of, that you guys as a team were aware of, that you kind of took a little bit of a shot in the summertime?
Nah, I don't pay too much attention to all the other stuff. I've kind of just focused on ball. So, I mean, shout out to him, Coach Solid. He's definitely a great coach. So, but I don't know too much about. Is that really trash talking?
Well, it was just a Hard Knocks clip where he said something about how doing your job's not enough.
Oh, well, we did our job today, so we gotta go off of that, and we're gonna move forward from there. But shout out to the Jets. It was a great game. Came down to the last snap, so that's all you guys for. We just look to continue what we're doing.
Thank you, Juwan. Mac Jones is next. What a guy.
We would never do that.
Well, Mac, I guess bottom line, you said it, just a win. How good did it feel to come out of here with a win today?
Yeah, good. I think for sure that was our goal, no turnovers, so we definitely did that. Offensive line did a great job keeping me upright, and really proud of those guys in the backs for running hard. And then when we had to make plays, we did, but definitely inconsistent, but got to be happy with the win. I mean, that's all we came here for.
What would you like to see cleaned up? Maybe some third down plays. Second half, it seemed like you guys had some opportunities and just couldn't cash in.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely close, and I thought the play calling was really good. Coach O'Brien did a great job calling a great game. We just got to execute better, and I just got to let them touch the ball. But in a day like today, with the wind and the rain, you just got to be really smart and play smart football.
How valuable was that rushing attack today, Mac? And in particular, what have been your impressions of Zeke since he joined the team?
Great. Those guys are great together. The offensive line definitely brought it today. I thought they did a great job, and Zeke and Mondre are definitely working well together. They're different, but they're very similar in their own ways, and just happy to have both of them.
Matt, walk through the touchdown pass to Pharaoh Brown.
Yeah, it was just a little play-action play, and we kind of knew it was going to work, and he made a great catch. And we worked on that in practice, and it worked in the game, so that's what we want.
How did you know it was going to work?
What did you say?
Why did you know it was going to work?
I'm going to keep it to myself.
The throw to DeMario for the third down conversion.
Yeah.
Can you take us through that play? And you talked about the conditions today and how the difficulty of that throw in particular.
You're talking about the one over the shoulder? Yeah, I'd have to watch the tape. I changed it to that play, and I thought he definitely is faster than that corner or nickel. So just wanted to give him a chance. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You guys had some success on the sneaks, other than maybe the one that was stopped. But on one of them, it looked like they took some extra liberty there at the end with you, knocking you over. Can you share with us?
Just football. I think it's a physical game, and at that point in the game, you just have to fight to get it, no matter what you got to do to get the 1 yard. So this is part of the game, no big deal.
On that play, Sauce Gardner was just saying he thought you
gave him a low blow. Did you think you did anything wrong on that play?
No. I think just trying to get the first down, 3rd and 1, and then we came back on 4th and 1, and then try to fake it. So definitely a physical play. A lot of guys are in there. That's kind of like the famous quarterback sneak that everybody does. And there's, all the guys on both teams are in there, so it can get, pretty physical, and that's something that I have to learn from is getting my pads a little bit lower so that I can get it and not get, held up.
Mac, during the week, what did Matthew Slater's leadership kind of provide in an 0-2 hole? He's obviously a leader all the time, but specifically this week.
Oh, he's great. He always is the same guy. He's seen a lot of wins, and he's been a part of very few losses. But he has great wisdom, and we kind of go as he goes. Definitely a great mentor for me and everybody on the team. So we just got to keep going.
Matt, how grateful are you for the defense and the players on the other side?
Yeah, I knew today that in the conditions that they were going to do a great job stopping the other offense, and I kind of was really proud of them because they just kept going out there and doing it to the very last play. And for me, just put more points on the board, and we'll do that. It's like I said, it was a tough day, but we got the win, and a lot of it was from special teams and defense.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Thank you.